Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. The long-running Hallmark hit series WCTH is currently filming season 12. Now that there was a declaration of love between Elizabeth Thornton, Aaron Krakow, and Nathan Grant, Kevin McGarry, many Hardys wonder whether or not there will soon be a wedding. They are not engaged, but after 2 seasons of a slow burn, Team Nathan wants some action. Adding some fuel to that flame is Pascale Hutton, who portrays Elizabeth's best pal Rosemary Coulter. She is already planning Elizabeth and Nathan's wedding. What sorts of ideas does she have? WCTH star Pascale Hutton planning Elizabeth and Nathan's wedding. Recently, when Pascale Hutton was promoting her new Hallmark mystery Nellie Knows Mysteries, A Fatal Engagement, she revealed something she would like to see on WCTH. Speaking to US Weekly, she has already figured out her role should Elizabeth and Nathan get married. "I would love it if Rosemary was going to be the officiant." However, Pascale doesn't think that would happen. She shared, "I feel like Joseph, Viv Leacock, is a solid pastor and he could handle that well." However, the 45-year-old actress shared what she thinks Elizabeth's best pal would be doing, should these nuptials ever occur. Hutton predicts her character would be more of like a maid of honor and helping plan the whole thing. This was something Rosemary was good at. Pascale reminds Hardys that her character was instrumental in helping Elizabeth plan her wedding to Jack. However, this was back in season 5. Moreover, she helped Elizabeth plan her marriage to Lucas, Chris McNally, and that was a disaster. The two broke up at the train station. But the "You Had Me at Aloha" star insists she always has her girlfriend's back. She's always gonna be there. "I foresee she might be a wedding planner / maid of honor." When calls the Heart season 12 filming in Canada. Although Pascale Hutton has been promoting her latest Hallmark mystery movie, she is in the midst of filming WCTH season 12. Although a lot happened last season, with the aftermath of Lucas Bouchard's election, and finding out who shot him, as well as Elizabeth and Nathan's emerging romance, this new season promises more Hope Valley stories. However, there have not been many revelations about the new season. Fans will have to wait to see the new season. Hardys, what do you think Rosemary Coulter should do at Elizabeth and Nathan's wedding? Or, do you think a wedding between this pair would be unwise? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Hope Valley was buzzing with the news, and no one could contain their excitement. Elizabeth Thornton and Nathan Grant were getting married. It was the talk of the town, a love story that had captured the hearts of everyone in the community. The journey had been long and winding, filled with moments of uncertainty, but here they were, on the cusp of a new beginning. One person who was particularly excited was Rosemary Coulter. Her dear friend Elizabeth was finally marrying the man she had come to see as a pillar of strength, someone who had stood by her through thick and thin. As Hope Valley's resident matchmaker and all-around wedding enthusiast, Rosemary couldn't help but throw herself into the planning. After all, she had already been there for Elizabeth through so much. This was just another chapter in their intertwined lives. Pascale Hutton, who played the beloved Rosemary, was deeply invested in the storyline. She had always been a romantic at heart, and planning Elizabeth and Nathan's wedding felt like planning the wedding of a close friend. As soon as she got wind of the upcoming nuptials, Pascale dove into the preparations with the same enthusiasm her character would have shown. In her mind, she began to craft the perfect wedding. It wasn't just about the day itself, but the journey leading up to it. Pascale envisioned the scene as if it were happening in real life. Hope Valley transformed into a haven of love and celebration, with the entire town coming together to create something unforgettable. First, there was the location. Elizabeth had always loved the picturesque meadow on the outskirts of town, where the wildflowers bloomed in abundance during the spring. Pascale could see it now, the sun setting behind the mountains, casting a golden glow over the field as Elizabeth walked down the aisle. The flowers would be in full bloom, creating a natural aisle that led to an archway made of intertwined branches and adorned with delicate white blossoms. The simplicity and beauty of it would reflect the pure love that Elizabeth and Nathan shared. Next came the dress. Elizabeth's wedding dress had to be something special, something that encapsulated her grace and strength. Pascal imagined a gown that was both elegant and timeless, with intricate lace details that spoke to Elizabeth's refined taste. The dress would flow softly around her as she walked, embodying the effortless beauty that Elizabeth had always possessed. Pascal knew that Elizabeth would want something that felt true to herself, something that wasn't overly ornate but still had an air of quiet sophistication. Rosemary, of course, would be right there beside her, offering advice and support as Elizabeth chose her gown. The two women had shared so much over the years, and this moment would be no different. Rosemary's own wedding had been a grand affair, filled with laughter and joy, and she was determined to make Elizabeth's day just as special. The guest list was easy. Everyone in Hope Valley would be invited. After all, they had all been a part of Elizabeth and Nathan's journey in some way. Pascal imagined the town's beloved characters all gathered together, celebrating this union that they had all rooted for. From Abigail Stanton, who had been like a sister to Elizabeth, to Bill Avery, who had seen Nathan grow into the man he had become, every face in the crowd would hold a special significance. Then there was the reception. Pascal envisioned a celebration that was both intimate and lively. It would take place in the town square, where lanterns would be strung up between the trees, casting a warm, inviting light over the proceedings. There would be a long table set up in the center, filled with homemade dishes that everyone had contributed to. Rosemary would have outdone herself with the decorations, adding her own unique flair to the setting. Music would play a big part in the evening. Nathan had always been a bit reserved, but Pascal imagined him letting loose for the first dance. Perhaps it would be to a simple, heartfelt tune played by Lee on his guitar, something that spoke to the deep connection that Nathan and Elizabeth shared. As the music played, Pascal could see them swaying together, lost in each other's eyes, the rest of the world falling away. But it wouldn't be all serious. Rosemary would ensure that there was plenty of fun to be had, too. Pascal could see the children running around, their laughter echoing through the night as they played games organized by Clara and Jessie. There would be moments of lightheartedness, like when the townsfolk took turns telling stories about Elizabeth and Nathan, recounting the journey that had brought them to this moment. As the night drew to a close, Pascal imagined the newlyweds slipping away for a quiet moment together, perhaps by the river where Nathan had once taken Elizabeth on a walk.